And there we go. Hello, welcome to Day 2 of World of Warcraft Hardcore Classic, with me, McGammar. I'm starting much later than usual. I guess my body just really needed some extra sleep today. I do intend to still do the Monster Hunter thing later today. And hi, Zolkova. Yeah, you saw it go live. Sorry about that. I forgot to change the title of the stream. So, enough of that then. This is Voltage. He's now level 13. Yes, his name is Brightbone. No, I couldn't get the name Voltage. Oh well, it's Voltage Brightbone. Because when you roleplay, you tend to have more than one name. Unless you're like, I don't know, one of those races that only has one name. That happens. Hi Zolkova, thank you for being here early. I know that you'll have to leave in order to do things because you usually leave about now, but that's okay. I appreciate that you are here to see the notification and such. Anyway, onwards. To the Barrens. Which shouldn't take that long to load, to be quite frank, but here we are. Okay, add-on's working. That's still working. All that data is there. We're all good. I'm still not in public chat. That's fine. We don't need to be in public chat. The adventure continues. Let's see. Now I need to kill zebras. Let's see. I need to kill raptors, zebras. Look at some water. Find a box. Get some mushrooms from near the water. Kill a bunch of boar that are near the box. Get a bunch of harpy talons. Ooh, traveling merchant. Nothing good. Someone bought out your stock. That's fine. I probably should have sold some stuff. It's fine. My bags are mostly fine. I could probably move all this stuff down to this bag because this is more likely to stay with me than this stuff. It's now day in the Barrens, because it's not quite late as I was last time. My buffs are fine. The Plain Striders are still there. But it's zebra time. Shields up. Weapons online. Ooh, nice resist. Good way to start it. I had a weird dream last night. Weird dream. Highlight of the dream, though, was, may or may not be raiding. Well, I wish you best of luck with your raid. Lurking while going. Fair enough. I'm glad that you'll be able to listen, even if it's only at, like, 10% volume. I appreciate that you're here. Oh, looks like I'm fighting, too. Why am I attacking with the... Okay. Get that up. Alright, this is a bad situation. This is a really bad situation. Okay, I'm not dead. That got really bad because I got a lot of resists all of a sudden all at once. Ooh boy. What a way to start the stream, huh? Almost ended the run right there. I like that last shred of inner fire is what saved me. Ooh, boy. Just because a zebra started resisting my spells and a random raptor was nearby. Just goes to show, I should kill the raptors first because they're aggressive. And have better awareness of my area around me. Where are you going for? Okay. I think someone else killed that raptor. Nope, the raptor's over there now. Oh, that raptor walked all the way over here just to start fighting me? Is it going to do it again? I don't think so. Okay. Just a couple less resists. Not fighting 2 enemies at a time. Much better. I think I determined that I need to give these guys an extra smite, because it takes too long to wind them down. Yeah, I'm flush with mana. I can afford to use the extra smite. Ooh, new gloves. Ah, they're leather. Now, when you're playing a class that's able to use more armor types, you could always just choose to wear the cloth if it has like better stats than what you got. Like, it won't have better armor, but it might have better stats. Most people will choose not to do that, though. If they can find the stats on the proper armor type, they should wear that. But, like, say you're a healing druid, or a healing shaman, or a healing paladin. Yeah, you guys can wear cloth. Why not? As the stats you need, why not? As a hunter, you usually don't really care about having armor. You have your pet to tank for you. So they'll usually wear some agility leather. In fact, at this level, that's what they wear. Yeah, plate users use mail until level 40, and mail users use leather until level 40. It's just part of their growing and experiencing adventures. It's kind of like upgrading armor proficiencies in Dungeons & Dragons. But classes that end with leather and end with cloth, that's what they start with. Ooh, better cape. Much better cape. Ooh, and it actually goes down to cover my butt. That's good. These are the bane of the Barrens, the hyenas. You never get a single quest to kill any of them. But they're just there. Hyenas are great animals, don't get me wrong. But in the Barrens, there's nothing like you don't want to fight the hyenas because you have no reason to ever kill a hyena. But they're always there, they're always aggressive. Yeah, raptors do a thing where they call for help. Fortunately, there was no help nearby for it to call. This is a funny looking rock. I don't think it has any significance either. It's just a funny looking rock. Get these back renewed. I'm primarily here to kill zebras and raptors. If I see them nearby the road, I will get them. They're a little bit higher level than me. But I'm also heading this way so I can see Ratchet. There was also the Warcraft D20 books, which were designed so that people could play World of Warcraft, or like just Warcraft in general, in a Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition setting. A lot of these locations were inside that book, including Ratchet. And the way that they wrote Ratchet in that book, it was like this great big massive sprawling town that was like a box, a town in a box and a town in a box. When they made this game, that kind of stuff wasn't in the resources yet. But that kind of plan and writing was absolutely there. The way they wrote Ratchet was like about 10 times as big as it is. It was full of thugs and like crime and all that other nonsense. When you get into it in this town, though, in this game, it's just a nice small little goblin port town, run by Gazlo. Gazlo, who helped in the creation of Orgrimmar. I guess he decided not to stick with the Horde and decided to completely stay neutral as a goblin. He's still a member of the Steamweedle cartel, and he is the leader of Ratchet. He has his own special voice and everything. But if you're playing as an Alliance character, you don't really have much of a reason to go and talk to him. I don't even think he offers quests for you.
What's up? Hurry
Alright,
back!
we're picking up more quests while we're here. That guy wants me to get more raptor horns. That's a member of the Alliance. Hello, little gnome. Can't pick up that quest yet.
Hey, how you doing?
Samaflange.
Keep it real.
What is a samaflange? Well, in World of Warcraft, a samaflange is this weird, like, helicopter-looking thing of spoons that just kind of spins around. Nobody really knows what it does, but people love them. Apparently, they're extremely useful for goblin technology.
Hope you're looking for work.
Thanks, Kazlo. Good to hear him. So I came over here to deliver a box, and instead I came over here and I got a book. Yeah, that boat goes straight to Booty Bay, another goblin town.
Time is money, friend. Have a good one.
I'm sure I'm picking up quests that'll take me a while to do. So I'd like to move this. It says to drag while unlocked. Okay, there we go. Just control, not shift. There we go. Let's put that there. All sorts of quests in this little town. Not nearly as many as there were in the Crossroads, but plenty for me. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to grab a quest while I was here. Oh, can I not grab root samples yet?
Time is money, friend.
I guess not.
Keep it real.
And we have this one here. Okay. That's fun. That's Guns of Northwatch. I'm not going to be going that way yet. In fact, most of the quests that I grabbed in this town, I'm not going to be doing for a good while. Just isn't what I need to do. Yeah, that's a hunter that's using Aspect of the Cheetah. They use that to walk a little bit faster. They get hit, they get dazed, but it's a fantastic ability while leveling. But you just go. It's great to see the Alliance in a setting where they're not killing me. Let's see. Yep, I sure do have a lot to do. I didn't pick up the flight path while I was there, did I? Oh well, that just means I'll have to walk back one day. No, I'm here. I'm right here. I should do it. I walked right next to the flight path. I picked up a quest right next to that. I did not talk to the person with the green exclamation mark above their head. You know, that's another thing I catch myself doing. I keep on calling it an explanation mark. No, it's an exclamation mark. It's a C and not a P. But my brain still wants it to be a P there. People tend to type in loud when they use explanation marks because they're explaining, and they want you to listen. But no, it's used to exclaim. I suppose I have things I could sell while I'm in town, too. But yeah, it's a nice little town. It's neutral, it has a bank. It doesn't have an auction house. That's what Booty Bay has. Their auction house is neutral, which is nice. It means that people from the two different factions would be able to trade.
Yo!
I did pick it up. Oh well, now I feel better that I've reassured myself that I picked it up. Yep, everybody's going to the bank. I suppose I can sell my stuff while I'm here. I might as well.
Deal for you.
I just tried to sell the Samaflange book. That doesn't work. My quest items all there. Yeah, this will be here forever. That'll be here forever. Let's see. Yep, there sure is shouting going on in there. They're shouting in common. I can't understand that. This is also a little bit hard for me to read. There we go. I usually tint the background to things like that in order to make it legible. Like, I know it gets that darky thing when you hover your mouse over it, but I don't know, I just like having it there. That way I can still see through it, but I can actually read the text on top of it too. Red's also not the best color for that, but that's the default color of it, and I don't feel inclined to change it. Especially since they're yelling in common, and I don't understand that anyway. Yeah, let's see. My character understands. Gotta speak in Orcish. Apparently, what the process of dying taught me Orcish. It was to create tension between the factions, that people didn't communicate with each other. And that people weren't rude to each other in battlegrounds and such. Keep people from collaborating, cooperating between factions. Create more of a tension and like a bit of a thing. Make the game truly feel unique and make the enemies like actually feel like an enemy, as opposed to someone that you like try to parlay with. It kind of works. It worked for many years. There's always been a thing of like people from World of Warcraft. Either the factions are working together or they want to kill each other. Realistically, they should want to work together. If all the races of Warcraft of the World of Warcraft were all working together, it would be much better society for everyone living in it. Like all the races would have benefited from there just being like a nice like league between each other. But then it wouldn't be World of Warcraft. And we love our PvP. We want to have a conflict. We want the game to be like violent and different. It's just, And yeah, I get that. Some people want the outright conflict portion of World of Warcraft. But realistically, it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to be at war for as long as we are. It's also completely unsustainable. If this weren't a video game, like, how are we getting the sheer quantity of population and people to be able to fight all these wars for all this time? Like, yes, we're constantly recruiting from other factions, but we're bleeding them dry immediately after acquiring them. In the classic period, the war was mostly just seemed like it was between the PvP factions. It didn't really seem like it was like an open contest thing between the Alliance and Horde. They weren't like actively going to war against each other, they were just defending their positions against each other. And mostly they just put out a position to be able to like, no, you can't expand here. In Burning Crusade, they just kind of held hands walking up to the Black Temple and worked together. And in Lich King, we were mostly holding hands up until the Wrathgate happened, and then it was a he-said, she-said situation that just sparked a thing. And the Argons tried to do their best to make us not go to war, but like Garrosh and Varian were both very different people and just said, no, we fight. Then Cataclysm happened, and then resources were sparse. And, like, you see, we never really had a chance to, like, recoup from any of these wars. Realistically, the Horde and Alliance probably only have, like, 100 soldiers each by the time that we get to Battle for Azeroth, and then we're somehow losing even more soldiers that we don't have? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's why Dragonflight had a time skip. And I think it's mostly just not focusing on the Horde and the Alliance right now. It's focusing on things that, like, might maybe have an army or a standing force to be able to have a conflict with. I get that this is also a world of magic, and, like, you can resurrect a dead person from the field as long as you do it before their release, and there's like altars of storms and kings and such, just like Warcraft 3, where your heroes can come back if you pay enough money to be able to do so, and the building doesn't die before you get there. World of Warcraft sure does have its problems, like when it comes to writing and when it comes to logistics, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it is an excuse to have a game. All the plot and all the writing is an excuse to have a game. Gameplay usually comes first. Which is why the classes all seem to change every other expansion. For better or worse. If anyone in chat has a particular era of Warcraft class / spec that they really, really loved and maybe doesn't like how it was in other iterations, I'd love to hear your stories about it. As for me, I've pretty much always been a holy priest. When dual talent specialization, I usually made the other specialization shadow because, like, finally I can do something. But shadow didn't really appeal to me in classic WoW because I primarily made Voltage Brightbone here to be a holy zombie. There's not very many games that let you do that. Nowadays I can distinctively think of like 3. It's like this one, Divinity Original Sin 2, and I know there's another game that lets me be a holy zombie. It's not coming to my head right now. Nope, I lost it. Only 2. Okay, I can only think of 2. I know there's another one. I don't know what it is. Ah. So yes, I made Voltage Brightbone here to be a holy zombie. I thought that was cool. Like, not a lot of games let me do that. I liked, like, playing as priests and paladins and that kind of thing in other types of games. I didn't want to play as a paladin because I felt like I enjoyed the priest unit more than I enjoyed the paladin hero in Warcraft 3. Like, if you were making an alliance army, you made some priests. They were too useful. Dispel magic was a wonderful utility, and you should use it. Inner Fire was a great buff. And you could put on other people back then. Not so in this one. I can only buff myself with Inner Fire. You know, yeah, you get some Fortitude. And Fear Blueberry, too. I might not have enough mana to do a flurry against this. Yep, that's all the juice I got. I put myself in a bad situation by buffing that Warlock. Oh well. I don't see anything else nearby that can aggress me. Call for help, but won't get any. Okay. Doing pretty good on the raptor heads. Not so on the zebra hooves, but... Actually, no. I got 1. That's something. The Kokor invaders are retreating. Oh, good for them. Someone completed a quest line that I have yet to start. Wow, these zebras hit pretty hard. Voltage looked into the oven. It's a deep dish pizza with loads of sausage and pepperoni. Ah, deep dish pizza. I did have one of those the last time that was redeemed. It was really good. I don't know if I feel like having one again so soon, but you know what? Like, I will need to stop and eat eventually. Hey, Fonz. Thanks for checking the oven. Ah, we love to get a good pizza every now and again. Pizza's a good memory. Pizza's a good thing to think about. As long as I'm going down memory road, thinking about pizzas is really good. Like, pizza was always one of those things, like, when I was younger, that, it was just a quick meal that made everybody in the household happy. Like, everybody loves pizza. Like, the adults love the pizza, the kids love the pizza. You're able to get really quickly and order it out. It's not hard to pop in the oven if you just get a frozen one and it tastes good enough. Like, if nobody in the household feels like doing any work that day, yeah, pizza. It's a pizza day. In my earlier adult years, I got a lot of frozen pizzas. I probably had them like maybe 3 days a week. It was not the best. Not very healthy, but like, I loved it. It was good food, it tasted good, and it made me have something to look forward to coming home and eating. Now, a deep dish pizza, though, that's a luxury. I love deep dish pizzas. Other people in my family, not so much. They like all those thin cracker crust pizzas, which, like, No. No, I want something thicker.
Strength and honor
Alright, what we got
go
here?
forth to victory. Go with honor.
Centaur bracers and Kolkar leaders. Okay. Now we have even more quests. I got all my zebra hooves. I don't need to kill zebras anymore. Right now, we're not under attack because nobody finished the thing. Lots of centaur here where this area is under attack. Maybe we'll see it later if I live long enough. I have to be careful in these oases-type areas because there's lots and lots of centaurs patrolling them. Almost all the time. Yeah, like that. They're kind of big and obvious. But like as far as horse people go, like they could be bigger. So sometimes I won't see them because trees happened. I don't see any mushrooms in the water. I do need to investigate this water. Yeah, I need to go to the middle of the pool. There might be a high-level turtle in there. I can't see. Nope, it looks like it's clear. Good. There's an air geyser in the middle of the pool that refills my air. Almost every single one of these has tons of centaur, like, all over the thing. Yep, I definitely aggressed this one. It's a wrangler, so they use a bow, and they're capable of using a net if I get too close to them. Centaur will usually run away for their life when they get low. I'm not sure what that one's deal was. Okay, we have a bracer that goes up in the bag pouch, or the quest item pouch. Okay, this is a caster. Stormers, apt to their name, cast lightning magic. Being magic, it goes through armor, so these are a little bit dangerous to heavier armor classes that are used to taking less damage. They also put that storm cloud down. So I'm gonna move out of that. It's a little bit bigger area than the clouds actually look. But I think I stepped out of it appropriately. I could approach them so they hit me with their sword instead of their bow. I think they actually hit harder with the sword. There's the net. That's what makes these really dangerous to run into. You might accidentally fight like 4 or 5 of them and then suddenly net. Alright, that's, okay. That's a hyena. That's a raptor. That's a Kolkar. We'll get the raptor. We'll pull it back over towards this little mound here, so I don't accidentally get the... anything else. It calls for help, but there's no help here. Almost done with raptor heads. That's nice. Ooh, somebody else is in the area. Oh, that's a hunter. They got hit pretty hard. I imagine it's because they are not managing aggro very well with their pet. Maybe their pet doesn't have a good rank of growl trained. I do need one more raptor. Hey! It's nice seeing people on flight paths because it makes the world feel a little bit more alive. Let you know that somebody's going from somewhere to somewhere. A lot of the flight paths in this game fly really low so that someone on the ground is able to see that someone's going. That's nice. You don't know if you've ever had proper deep dish, or even improper deep dish. Well, Chicago style is of course the way that's preferred, but like... Someplace, like, a close approximation of a deep dish pizza might be a pan pizza. A lot of, like, of the smaller pizza places, like, they might not be able to have, like, a good, proper, like, giant deep dish pizza that's, like, thick as a slice of cake when you bite into the thing, with chunks of tomato and all that. But you might be able to get a personal pan pizza somewhere, and that's a close approximation of what you might expect. Yeah, a pan pizza is like a non-Chicago style deep dish. Yeah, that guy's fine. He does loads of damage. He's a mage. I don't want to get surrounded by harpies. I just need a few. I only need the low tier harpies. This is the harpy's nest, and like many nests in this game, it is an onion. On the outermost layer of the onion are the weakest harpies, then you get slightly stronger harpies, and then deeper yet still in are the strongest harpies. You would expect a society to have it be the other way around? Oh, what did you curse me with? I will heal my enemy if they hit me. Sometimes. Well, not much I can really do about that. I can probably afford to do a couple more smites, because these guys have more health. This huddle of trees is my safe place. Let's give it 2 extra smites after the combo. How's my mana gonna look after that? Fair. Let's try 1 extra smite. Every smite I don't do means I have to do 2 extra throws. Which means more of an opportunity for my shield to go down, and also more of an opportunity for my spirit to regenerate more of my mana. And the center of the onion is an ogre. Maybe. Actually, no. I think there's a named harpy at the end of this onion. I understand what you are referencing. And I am smiling. Okay, yep, that's 1 extra layer of onion. I also forgot to put my touch of weakness back on. This doesn't help a lot. This is more dispel fodder for enemies that dispel. Wow, the fight went on so long that Shadowward Pain ended. They ran a good distance away. If they ran the other direction, I might have been in trouble. Yeah, I think I'm getting too deep into the onion. I think if I see one of those ones that has a mana bar, I'm in too deep. Or if I see one that's stealthed, then I'm in too deep. I'll have to come back and kill those a little bit later, but like, step 1, get the rings. Or talons. I think rings is the next step. There's the talon. That up there. Yeah, let's see. Normal, normal, normal. Okay. I do run away a little bit while I use Shadowward Pain. It's just habit. I probably don't need that extra 2 feet of distance, but who knows? Good drops. Okay, that's a caster 1. It's orange difficulty. It's going to destroy me. No, I'm not going to fight that one. Two extra smites. Oh, ripped through the shield. That was quick. I could put on another layer of shield. No, we're good. You missed something. Is this new auto attack a wand attack? Yes, when I hit level 10, I went to the Undercity, or maybe it was level 11. I went to the Undercity, and I took 60 bolts of cloth. I crafted them into... Or I took my 60 linen cloth, crafted them into 30 bolts of cloth, took some thread, made 10 robes, forgot how to make robes. Got rid of tailoring. Went to the enchanting trainer. Learned how to enchant. Broke down my robes, got enough materials. Made a rod, made a wand. Forgot how to make wands. I made this. Wands are extremely useful for priests. Wands allow me to do fair and consistent damage from a distance without using my mana. So now every single mob I fight is a resource management game of how much mana do I feel like spending before I start regenerating, so I'm ready for the next mob. Between this and Spirit Tap, which doubles my regeneration after killing a creature, I shouldn't have to drink very much anymore. Wanting is a very important part of the priest lifestyle. So important, in fact, that I decided to pick up 2 professions and drop them, just so I had access to it a little bit earlier than the quests were allowing me to get it. For a mage or a warlock, this is probably not nearly as necessary. But for a priest? Oh yes. Oh yes, I need this. Oh no, I'm poisoned. Oh no. That would be really dangerous if I was fighting more than one heartbeat, but I'm being extremely careful. Two smites. But the shield holds. Okay. Wanting kind of stopped being a thing when, I know Cataclysm for sure made it completely obsolete. Oh, come on. Oh, no. We're doing this. I don't like when an enemy spawns on top of me. I was prepared for it in terms of resources, so I should be fine. Okay. Now I just need to find a spot where I can... Okay, I got that. And I got that. Okay. I picked up a new cape. Is it better than what I got? No, it has agility on it. Disgusting. That might be a fair cape for a hunter. Because hunters need spirit to regenerate their mana for more shots in this game. Oh no, I lost all my armor. That needs to get back on right now. Okay. Almost done. Oh, the cat went up in loyalty. Good for you. Resistant a smite, so I gotta get 2 smites here. Maybe 3. That's definitely an extra smite. Yeah, if I didn't have the wand, I would really be struggling right now. There's another achievement that the hardcore add-on can, like, have you tack on at the beginning called Pacifist, where you don't use any weapons. I don't even think you're allowed to auto-attack. It's really designed for classes like Mage and Warlock and Priest, which don't really rely on a weapon to be able to properly do damage. But, I think I need the wand. Like, I would be doing nothing but fighting green quality mobs if I just had nothing to rely on but, like, Smite and Mind Blast. I like the wand, it's nice. Come on. Stop! Dang it. The wand doesn't do that much damage. I will get better wands later that will do more damage, but this is the level 5 wand. It allows me to have very little downtime. And that makes me happy. Yeah, I get the creature down to about half health, and then I just go at it. Let the shower of pain tick down, and let the wand do its work. Still need one more. You don't have to help me, but thanks. Thanks. Okay. Yep, you got a fort. Let's see. Get my onion back on. I have no mana, and Spirit Tap didn't trigger because that person took the kill. So that guy actually did more damage to me than he helped. I still need more Harpy Talons, though. I could take a drink. Hey, Fungible. How you doing? You having a day? You're okay. I think this creature resisted my first smite. I think they resisted my Shadow Word Pain, too. Alright, this is gonna be bad. Maybe I gotta get another shield up. There we go. Nope, I can't let you run to your friends. That's gonna be a bad Spirit Tap, but there we go. I got my last Talon. We don't need to be here anymore. Raptor horns. It says it's red, but I think I can get raptor horns off of normal raptors. No. They have to be a higher tier raptor than the raptor I've been killing, so it might still be too tough for me. Yeah, I'm level 13. If I turn in a couple of quests, I'll be level 14. Then I'll be able to go back to town and train and do stuff if I have to. I also said I was going to go and walk to Thunder Bluff, and then what did I do? I started doing quests in the Barrens. You know what? I think I got a quest to walk to Thunder Bluff if I get these spores. If I get these mushrooms, I think I got a quest to go there. Which, it puts you on a timer when you pick up the quest. And normally you can get it done really, really easy if you already have the flight point to Thunder Bluff. But if you don't have it, it's like, well, you better get on it then, shouldn't you? You still have plenty of time to get there, but it means you don't really stop and fight. You just go. And because other players are here, they're probably grabbing all the mushrooms. No, I can grab that mushroom. They walked right past it. Cool. Thank you, benevolent troll. Any turtles in this water? I'm using tab. I'm not seeing any. Here we go. I really like the way that the undead swim. It doesn't make any sense for someone to swim that way, in my opinion, but, like, it's very visually distinct compared to other races and how they swim. Well, I might be able to get the quest done. There's just enough mushrooms. How appropriate that I pick up mushrooms right after Fungible enters chat. When you weren't here, there were no mushrooms here. How about that? How about that? That's quite a coincidence. That's all four. Thank you for putting a mushroom on my head, too. Alright, looks like somebody cleared out this camp, so I'm gonna get one. No, that's two. No, I can't fight those two together. I know my limitations. I'm not level 14. They will kick my butt. They will kick my non-existent undead butt. Alright, this camp looks much more palatable. I can probably fight one caster. Let's walk over this way, though. Let's have you chase me. You come out of your camp. Okay. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna fight one extra. Alright, new layer of the onion. Alright, I might be able to fight two mobs. I think I saw a third one walking around that tree. Maybe I'm paranoid. Okay. Oh, there is a third mob there. It's a zebra. Okay, it's fine. I can handle this camp. Let's have you walk away from your friend so I can actually loot you. Wow, you got really close. Oh, you really wanted to throw a net on me, I see. Okay, they got somebody on them. That's fine. I'm not alone in this world. Other people are fighting the centaur as well. But I am after Skolkar leadership, aren't I? Kodobane. Kodobane spawns up at this tent up over here. The idea is that you're supposed to kill centaur in the area around him, so that it will spawn him. I don't have to get all the centaurs. I can get the bracers, like, procedurally as I go through everything here. Somebody else is already waiting for him. Yeah, they're camping. They're waiting. No sense in me being there then. That would just be rude. I would be a second person in line. And then other people would cut in line ahead of me. I'm going to respect that person's claim. I'm going to walk away. I have other quests I can turn in right now. Let's see, if I look at the Kodobane quest, it says... He's rallying them. He camps near Forgotten Pools to the north. Okay, so he doesn't have any spawn conditions like the other one. He's just there. He'll pop up. And right now there's somebody else camping at spawn. So, yeah. No sense in me being there. I'll be back. I'll be back. I have to go and get some other harpy stuff after I turn in this harpy stuff. There's a plant over here. There's also lots of the centaur attacking all of our people right now. Fortunately, they're not guarding this plant. It's a flower. Okay, what more do I need? Nothing along this road. Higher tier raptors than I'm capable of killing right now. More centaurs. Another plant. Ooh, briarthorn. I'm probably not able to grab that yet. Oh yeah, that's above my pay grade. But the silver leaf behind it, I can get that. And this lets me make the good potions. Yeah, I need 50 skill to get Briarthorn, I'm pretty sure. Oh, 70. Yeah, even more. Yeah, 50 is when I'm able to pick Mage Royal. My skill is only 29. Nice, pleasant walk across the Barrens. Find the Fallen Warrior. Yeah, there's, yeah, a developer died in the creation of World of Warcraft, so, they're... Yeah, Coulter. They just get a shrine in remembrance of them right there. Most people don't find that, but, like... If you know it's there, it's there. I didn't know the person. I imagine they must have been a dear friend to people on the original Warcraft team, if they decided to enshrine them in the game like this. The things you can do when you're a game dev. You can do whatever you want. It's your game, right? Hey, bear. I'm going to sneeze any second now. Oh, it was a twofer. Hope they got a stronger one.
That better be good.
Sure did level me up. Oh, that took me a little bit over an hour. Neat. Okay, now I have a box that's timed, and I have to take it down to, Thunder Bluff. Okay. Alright, we're going to Thunder Bluff. We're going to Thunder Bluff, and that's that. I also have a quest to turn in right here that I'm going to forget about if I don't.
McGraw.
Okay, I killed harpies. He wants me to kill more harpies. I have a little bit of time on the quest. I have 45 minutes to get there. I can do that. Zebra hooves?
Farewell.
Cats.
Sug. Blood
Raptors?
and thunder. Double.
Get a stolen silver cache, which I'm not going to be able to do for some time. They just buffed me with fortitude. Now I have even more fortitude. Alright, now that I have so much health, maybe I'll be able to make this crossing just fine. Alright, these quests are red to me, but I'm gonna be able to do one of them. Lost in battle. Mancrick wants me to find his wife.
Greetings, traveler. Walk with the earth.
Okay. I have every quest I can get. It's time for me to make the perilous and dangerous journey to Thunder Bluff. I have to cross the southern Barrens. But it's really not that perilous. I have a road. But here's what I need to do. I need to zoom the map all the way out, because I'm not sure if you guys know about this, but there are the Alliance Outrunners somewhere in the Barrens. They are 4 elite humans, or Alliance members. One of them drops a quest. I believe the Night Elf amongst them drops a quest. In the form of, like, papers. But they will slowly walk throughout the Barrens on their mounts. They go around the towns. They don't go through the towns, but they can occasionally cross the road. Usually, they're there to add, like, a little bit of tension between the Alliance and the Horde. Like, at the beginning of the game. Like, you're going around, you're questing, you're not paying attention, you get killed by, like, some high-level opposing faction mob. And then, like, puts a seed of anger in your heart. It makes you want vengeance against them. It makes you want to, like, do your best to get it back against them. So then you come back, like, I don't know, 20 levels later, and you stomp them. And that's when you get the quest. The Alliance has a similar bit of Outrunners. I think there's the Horde Outrunners or Horde Outliers or whatever somewhere in Loch Madon. But I don't think they have mounts. Mostly because that's wetlands and these are Barrens. You need mounts when you're crossing the Barrens because it's like great big flat wide open area. But in the wetlands there's just too much too much water. You get dismounted if you go in too deep of water in Classic. I do not believe that is a thing in Lich King. It might have been a thing in Burning Crusade. I do not remember. Nevertheless, I need to be wary, in the moment, of 4 Alliance people slowly walking on their mounts. I believe they also crossed this bridge. So this bridge is a very high point where I'm likely to meet them. The mobs around here are now getting to dangerous levels. They're now orange to me. Yeah, this raptor could drop one of the horns. But the quest is still a little bit too tough for me. If I stray from this road, I'm probably gonna die. Now we have aggressive ostriches. Still have plenty of greenery and trees and stuff. I don't know what people are talking about. The Barrens is full of life. I think this is it. Hold on. Hold on. That's a super aggressive ostrich. That's a super aggressive hyena. And here's a dead body. Right next to a passive zebra. A passive zebra and a very angry raptor. Well, this quest might take me a little bit longer to get done than I thought. Make sure my guard's up. I need this guy to not be there. I need it to walk away. Good, it walked away. I can get this quest done. Here's the buried corpse. You look at it. It's completely destroyed by Quobors. I am sorry, Mancrick. Your wife is dead. The creature is not named Mancrick's wife. It's called Beaten Corpse. Even though it has a full health bar, it's a beaten corpse. Oh, there they are! Yep, that's death right there. That's death walking through. They are not Alliance flagged, but they are Alliance races. There's the Alliance Outrunners. They have Alliance in their name, even though they're not flagged as Alliance. And maybe it's only 3 of them. No, I'm pretty sure it's 4. It's like 3 Night Elves and a human. Yeah, speaking of the devils, there they are. They're very slow, they're very big. If you have your camera zoomed all the way out, you will see them coming. But you wonder why I'm looking around all the time when I'm in the Barrens? Those. They could be anywhere. They have a massive patrol route. They can just be anywhere in the Barrens. How am I doing on time? Still have 38 minutes to make it to Thunder Bluff. I think I'm doing good. Camp Taco. I'm sorry, Camp Taraho. My old teenage brain kept on calling this place Camp Taco. I kept on seeing people call it Camp Taco, like in Barrens chat back then too. I don't know how it got the name Camp Taco. Camp Taraho isn't that hard to remember. I guess people were hungry. It is full of beef. In retail WoW, this place is destroyed. At the Cataclysm, Jaina got a bright idea in her head that she wanted to make a highway all across the Kalimdor that went right through Tauren lands. They took out Camp Taco, and then Mulgore got mad. And so they built a great big wall right here. Ishne Elopora. I'm pretty sure that's a Tauren saying. I don't think that's a Night Elven saying. But I do not remember the meaning of it. It could be a Night Elven saying. There was a time when I delved briefly into the language of it, but like ultimately it just was a collection of sayings. And as I've not played the game in so long, I've forgotten most of them. I can go out of my way to pick one flower. It's right next to the road. I can grab this flower. Tarnation with that peace bloom. So you don't. Don't you dare. That's right. Walk away, puppy. The Bloodhoof said it in the card game. Oh yeah! Bane said it? So Bane said Ishne Elopora. What does it mean? Let's see. What does that mean? Common Tarahi phrases. Untranslated names of phrases? No. Oh, give me the translated phrases. Ishni Alopora. There we go. May the days ahead be guarded by the elders of long ago. Karen and Bane both say it. I see. Yeah, the Tauren are great. The Tauren are great. They were driven to near extinction by the Centaurs because they couldn't outrun them. They were durable, so you could weather their attacks, but the Centaurs could always just do like hit and run maneuvers against them, so they were driven to near extinction. It was with the help of the Horde that they were able to claim a city like Thunder Bluff. And atop the bluff, they were able to do just fine against the Centaurs, but then they struggled against Harpies. If it wasn't for Rexar freeing Bane, then Karen would have lost all hope and not had the spiritual prowess to lead his people. But Bane was rescued. In fact, Bane is over here. There's no flight point in Bloodhoof Village. There's no flight point, but I think there is Bane. We'll see Classic Bane. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, where are you? There you are, buddy. I think you just have default Tauren voice in this, too.
What brings you here?
Yeah.
I've been
You have quests, but I'm
expecting
too high level for them.
Be careful.
So yes, that's Bane in WoW Classic. He's only level 10, and he's a quest giver in your, like, level 6 through 10 village. Which, that's fine. He wasn't the Tauren leader at the time. He was the son of the Tauren leader. Yeah, Bane is the son, Karen is the dad. Karen one day dies. He is accidentally killed in a duel between Garrosh and Karen over a dispute. Garrosh did not know that his weapon was poisoned by Magatha Grimtotem. Which, like, I don't know how you don't realize that your weapon is poisoned, but, like, here we are. For there ain't no creature in the land or sea quite as dear to me as the great Kodo. They're neat. They're just neat. They're like great big blunt rhinos. Lots of haunch on those beasts. Why use sharp weapons at all? Oh, because he's an orc. Orcs use axes. Orcs use axes. They have a racial bonus that makes them better at using axes. I think Karen also uses a halberd. I think the only person in the Horde who doesn't use the sharp or pointy weapon is Thrall. He uses Doomhammer. I believe every other Horde leader uses a sharp or pointy weapon. Okay, we've definitely walked through Southern Barrens, which was a little bit spicy. We walked through Mulgore, which was a walk in the park. And now we're at Thunder Bluff. And I'm gonna miss that elevator. Yes! I made it. Okay. Oh. Thunder Bluff is dangerous. It's tall, it's on a bluff, but they don't have railings. It took me 10 minutes to walk this bluff. Okay, first things first. First things first, I have to turn in this quest. Very careful. Oh, I hate these bridges. I love Thunder Bluff. The idea of Thunder Bluff is great. I hate these bridges. Okay. This is the Forsaken section of Thunder Bluff. They get to live in a cave with mushrooms. You want me to go to Silverpine. I'm not doing that.
What is it?
Not yet, anyway. You're my priest trainer.
What is it?
No. Do I have enough to just train everything? I do. And now I'm broke again.
What will
Alright,
you
here's your mushrooms. Yes, swiftness potions! These will save my life. Everything else is a stat bonus that will not exist for a while. This will save my life. I can now go fast, if I have to.
Beware.
And a quest for Wailing Caverns. That's not gonna happen for a while. Alright, there's other things on the Spirit Rise. I don't need to interact with them. This is where, I think shamans go to train. I think you'd also trade first aid more here. You know what? Hold on. I might need to do more there. I also sure did train spells and then not put them on my bar. Psychic Scream! This is my get out of jail button. New rank of Smite. Spend more mana, hit harder. New rank of Renew. Maybe it will now be useful. And Cure Disease. I can fix one problem. Let's see. Is this Shaman Rise? Yeah, this is where shamans go. Okay. But this is also where the first aid trainer is.
Been expecting you.
I can now make better bandages. I have a higher chance of actually, like, getting me a skill up. I need to make sure that I have 2 silver left when I leave the city, so I can actually leave the city. That's a tall order. Let's do it. Alright, I have 2 silver left. And my bags are very full. You know what, if I sell my stuff, I'll probably have more than 2 silver. That's a thought. Vendor?
You wish to speak?
Enchanting supply vendor, but that's okay. You'll still buy my stuff. Thank you. I don't need it. Okay, Cauldron Stirrer. That's more stamina. That's all I care about for my stat stick. Goodbye, Darkwood Staff. You served me well for a small period of time. And that's all you needed to do. Upgrade my bandage to the next tier. These now live here. Alright, I think that looks good.
Walk.
I sure do have quests here. I could try to do some alchemy, but I'm... Okay, I have money now. I could do some alchemy. I'm right here. I'm right here. Why not?
Well met. May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Health potions.
Well met. We shall meet again.
They use Peace Plume. I don't have a lot that uses Peace Plume. They only stack up to 5. I'm probably going to be selling... No, I need a lot of these in order to continue to upgrade them later. That's right. I'm probably going to be storing a lot of these inside my bank. Potions. Alchemy.
Ah, I have just the thing for you. Go in peace.
Greetings.
What else can I make? Weak troll's blood. I don't have any earth roots. That's a problem. Of the potions I make right now, this one's mildly useful, so I should have one on hand. Like, more armor helps me survive. Other than that, I should probably just empty out my silver leaf and make another one, just so I have an extra one on hand. And then use my last silver leaf to make another minor healing. Okay. Alright. I only need 5 of these on me at a time. I'll stuff the rest of them inside of a...
Hail.
Did I learn a different type of potion? No.
Winds.
I'll stuff the rest of them inside my bank. When I go back to my bank. I'll keep potion vials on hand so I can craft in the field. Keep a little bit of my linen on me. Alright. Another bridge. Okay. 1 foot in front of the other, that's how I'm gonna get through this. 1 foot in front of the other, I really hope I don't clip through this. Okay. I crossed a bridge. I'm gonna have to do it again. Okay, these are the quests for Thunder for Ragefire Chasm.
Go in peace.
I am now fully... Your quest log is full. Alright, what have I got? I need to have room for one more quest. Let's see. Let's get rid of stolen silver for now. I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon.
What brings you here? Ancestors watch.
There we go. Alright, we cross the bridge again. 1 foot in front of the other. I do have a gray quest. I'm going to turn that in one day. I'm going to go back to the Undercity one day. As long as we're in the Thunder Bluff. This is where Karen lives.
May the Earth Mother smile upon you.
Alright, and so he doesn't use a
Take heart,
halberd.
young one.
He uses a Tauren Totem. That's a weapon type that's existed in game forever, but I don't think players were ever given the ability to just use one. It doesn't make sense that he has one, because he's a Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain used halberds. It was the Tauren Guards that used the Tauren Totems, right? But I guess I just wanted him to carry a big stick.
We Tauren have always held a great respect for the works of the Earth Mother.
Yeah. Carried over his voice straight from Warcraft 3. It's good to hear Carrot again. He's a good old guy. Bonking instrument, yes. We love the Tauren Totem. It's fun. It's nice and thick and way too big for their hands.
How may I
Okay,
aid
this is
you?
a bank. I'm allowed to use a bank. I'm going to store these excess potions inside the bank. There's my get out of jail button. I could store the venom sac in here until I'm able to use it. That'll free up a space. I could store the Strider meat until I can use it. I don't think I need the Lieutenant's insignia anymore. I do think I need everything else I have right now. Alright.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
This is the Weapon Master location for Thunder Bluff.
Peace, friend.
He's not able to train me. Alright.
Bye.
I think I know all the weapon types I can have for... No. I don't know how to use knives.
Hail.
Troll. Staves. Staves. Thrown weapons. Yeah, okay, I'd have to go back to Undercity to learn how to use knives. I'll have to remember to do that next time I'm there. Yeah, Thunder Bluff is a great city, by the way. Let me point this out. Hold on. Let me point this out. The inn is right here. The bank is right here. All the auction houses are right here. The mail thing is right there. Like, there's vendors everywhere. You can repair inside this tent here. The Flight Master is right up there. And there's a tiny fishing pool here. So if you're like AFK and you're like just waiting for a duty, you can just do that. And the only bad thing about Thunder Bluff is when you're a high-level character, you need to start buying reagents. And the reagent vendor walks around. Where is she? I'm going to find the reagent vendor, even though I don't need her right now. There she is. Somebody must have talked to her recently and she stopped moving. This is the reagent vendor. She moves around in a circle right here. So this is a little bit inconvenient. But other than that, everything that you need in Thunder Bluff is right here, next to where you set your hearth. It's beautiful. It's incredibly efficient. Thunder Bluff is great. And look, the Flight Master. Right at the top of a totem. Let's go back to the crossroads.
Be careful.
Okay, did I train up all my spells? What did I learn? Renew, Smite, Cure Disease, Psychic Scream. Yep, I got it all. Okay. So now I have all 5 quests for Ragefire Chasm. I'm only level 14. I could theoretically do Ragefire Chasm. I think I would like to wait for the additional safety of waiting till I'm level 16 before I do it. The Barrens has a bajillion quests for me. Undercity has one thing I got done but I haven't turned in. Wailing Caverns has the intro quest for me. I can't... There's no way I'm doing there. Not yet. So the only quest that we're actively doing right now is still in the Barrens. I am flush with quests. Plenty of opportunities for me to grow and test my skills and limits and abilities. Alright, so I didn't really go over what my new ability actually does. Psychic Scream is my get out of jail button. It has a very low cooldown, a somewhat nice monocast, or a monocost. Like, it doesn't... It's a little bit expensive, but, like, that's because I have low intellect. And it will fear 2 people that are pretty close to me for 8 seconds. I don't use this to fear things actively like a Warlock would use fear. It has a 30-second cooldown. But if I'm just running away from things, this will give me enough space and room to be able to continue to get away. Feared enemies will aggress other enemies that they walk nearby if they are friends. So if I fear a centaur into another centaur, now I have 2 centaur on me. There's just a nice amount of space in between me and them. So this is not a button I will be actively using, like purposefully. This is an emergency button. Warlocks also have a similar ability to this, and Warriors have a similar ability to this. Warriors cost a lot of rage, and it has like a 3-minute cooldown. Warlocks have like a 1-minute cooldown, but it also has a cast time, which is not what you want when you're being beat on by several enemies that are attacking really fast. Priests have the superior version with Psychic Scream. Shorter cooldown, low mana cost, it just works. Alright, let's try to get those centaur bracers. Let's see, where did they want me to even plant these seeds? They wanted me to plant the seeds down here, right? In this one. I didn't really actively check it, but, like, I'm pretty sure it's the one that's southeast of the town. I'm still heading to this northwest one because I still need the Kodo Bane guy. Did I spend my talent point? No. Here we go. Okay, new rank of smite. How much are you hitting? 60 damage. If I can actually get the spell off. How many times have I attempted a hardcore run? I talked about this last time, I believe, but that's okay if you forgot or if you weren't here for that answer. This is now my 5th character that I'm actively, like, pushing with. My first character was an iteration of this character that made it up to level 29. I died trying to pick a flower very far east of South Shore, but the South Shore guard was on the other side of the river. My level 29 character died to a level 55 guard of the opposing faction. My second character was a dual character that I was playing with Jade. She was playing as a mage, I was playing as a warrior. We died in Skull Rock when we were fighting way too many enemies when an elite spawned on top of us. She ran out of mana, I ran out of health, the run was over. Skull Rock is a very dangerous place. Which is why I took it so very, very carefully when I was on Voltage here, or Brightbow. My third character is a solo warlock. But I got to a point where I got up to, like, slightly where I was at the beginning of the stream here today, and I was like, you know what, I want to stream this. I want to stream this as a priest. Playing a warlock just makes me want to play priest more. Oh, I forgot about the gnome. We also briefly tried a gnome and paladin combination, a warlock and paladin combination. I think warlock just really isn't my class. Like, I know how to play it, but, like, if I'm playing a warlock, I just ask myself, why am I not just playing a priest? I'm sure some people who main warlock would be saying the same thing the other way around. If you're playing a priest, why are you not just playing a warlock? It's theming. It's, like, utility kits and everything. Warlock and priest both have lots and lots of utility and kits and damage and abilities and stuff like that. They're both very good classes. Ultimately, it just comes down to which one do you prefer to play. You know, that takes me longer to cast my smite now. Costs a lot more mana, it takes longer to... Oh no! Did you call a friend? No. Well, I do need to take out your friends in order to be able to get to your body to loot it, though. So Mind Blast is still good, simply because it takes so little time to cast it. And the wand is still good because it's free. Let Spirit Tap do its work. Resisted my Shadow War Pain. So I guess this is technically my 7th character, but a lot of my characters haven't died yet. Only 2 of my characters have died. I want to get more regeneration. I'm too low on mana. I don't think I can afford another smite right now. My system was ruined when I got a new rank of smite. New smite costs more damage, it costs more mana and does more damage. It's more damage per second, but it eats up my mana faster. My mana cannot sustain this new rank of smite as much. Yeah, resist the smite, yeah. Yeah, half health is fine. Half health is fine for a fine point to begin bonding. They're just kind of sitting there. They weren't shooting at me or throwing a net or anything. Not sure what was going through that centaur's head. Probably not even a single thought. Yeah, centaur, I think I can fight two. As long as I take the caster first, I think I can fight two. You know, let's just not even worry about that. Let's just smite this one down. Oh, you netted me. Well, it's a good thing I don't need to be over there. Oh no, that's a problem. Fortunately, Spirit Tap came through for me, and I'm regenerating plenty of mana, so I was able to put up a layer of defense. Alright. So I can fight 2.5 mobs at a time. Or rather, fight 2 mobs and then 1 other mob in very quick succession. Now my bracers are damaged. Should probably repair. And Kodobane is still not respawned yet. I guess I need kitties. Ooh, intellect. I'm hoarding the spirit scroll. There he is. He's a little bit high level. Which is why he's resisting my spells. You know what? You get the mana bar. You get the whole thing. You get the whole caboodle. I'm gonna fight you and your friend, aren't I? Oh, you got me right in the shoes. Okay. I am gonna have to fight his friend in order to loot his head. So that's a problem. I could drink to make this go a little bit faster, but Spirit Tap is working. Let's let it continue to do its magic. Okay. It works. Got a head. And some cloth. I do need more bracers, but... Dang it. Oh, you just had to melee me. I don't have a key, so I can't loot their booty. Map says... plenty of things I could kill. I could go turn into this guy's head, but I don't really have to yet. I'm not really in any particular rush. I still need a lot of centaur bracers, but, like, I can get more as I go throughout this quest line. That's not going to drop a raptor horn, so I don't need it. What else do I need? Prowler claws. I need to kill cats. Are you a bigger type of raptor? No. How about Harvey? Harvey Lieutenant rings. Okay, I'm sorry, Hyena, but you gotta go. Goodbye. Now that was a more proactive use of fear. I wasn't really in any danger from that hyena, but I didn't want to risk it dazing me, so I just had it go away. Okay, so I need a higher tier harpy who's capable of dropping a ring. But other harpies might aggress me on the way. Yep, okay. We're doing this. You chose this, not me. I suppose I did choose it by actively going into your land, though. You're not gonna drop a ring, but you do have useful materials for me. Like money. Money's very useful. Even if it's not a lot, I still need it. Your pocket change will go to adding to my fortune. You are not the type of harpy I need, but you are flying very erratically. I mean, that's concerning. Good amount of stuff. Are there male harpies? No! Male harpies do not exist. They usually get what they need for reproduction by, taking what they need. Aggressively. And then they usually kill the person right after that. This harpy can drop what I need. It's a slayer. I'm pretty sure they use the slowing poisons. No, they use a demoralizing shot, I see. Well, that doesn't really hurt me. Okay, they tore through my shield. That is a leather chest. Cannot use that. Words of the youth of the era, worth. I see. Like, notably, harpies usually abduct night elves. Like, historically, that's what they got, because that's what's all in their area. But in more modern times, since orcs live here now, they usually get orcs and trolls. There was a period of time where they tried to do the same with Karen Bloodhoof as well, but, like, we freed him. Or, not we. Rexar freed him. You know, Rexar, champion of the Horde. Shame I never completed that back on the old channel. Oh, you're much higher level. Okay, you're ripping right through me. Yeah, you get smites. Never mind, you're beating me up right now, so I can't do that. Let's make sure I don't die. Not dying is paramount. I can very slowly whittle you down with my wand. Okay. I'm alive. I fought an enemy that was orange difficulty. Without using a potion. My mouse was not cooperating with me there. Thank you. Mostly that was just me not paying attention. Okay, that's a caster. That'll destroy me. I'm gonna blow into my mouse. One moment. I'm gonna mute my mic. There we go. Alright, that's working a little bit better. That's orange difficulty mob. Orange difficulty mob. I might have came here a little bit too early. Take you back over to my hill. Got one more good smite on you. I don't think I'm muted. Oh, I did not mute. So you heard a great big blasting blow? I'm sorry. Oh, there's a druid nearby. Give each other a high five. Yeah! Stealth! Yeah, this is an ambusher. They're rogues. They stealth. Get one more smite off. I have 7 layers of my inner fire on still. Okay. Refresh that. Refresh the shield. Get back to wanding. Yeah, sometimes some dust can collect underneath of the plate. Like, I have a very bad mouse. I didn't realize it was a very bad mouse until well after I bought it, and it was well past warranty. I should buy a new one, but that would require me to, like, go out and actually, like, shop for mice. Like, it's been a problem ever since I was streaming Stardew Valley, even. I really need to get a new mouse. I've just been putting it off, because, like, this mouse works. I work around the mouse. But realistically, I should just spend the money and get a new mouse. This harpy is not going to drop a ring. Why am I attacking this one? I don't know. I don't know why I decided to attack that one. I guess because I just started fighting without really paying attention while I was fighting. Take it up on top of the hill. One more smite. I don't know, there's some reason that, like, blowing into the button of the mouse works. Like, I'm not sure if it activates electrolytes or something like that, or, like the carbon in my breath reactivates something, or if it's getting rid of dust. It's kind of like blowing into an NES cartridge. I know actively in the long run it's not, like, very good for the thing, but it definitely seems to make it work in the short term. I've only begun doing that fairly recently. And since I should be replacing the thing anyway, no harm, no foul. That one's tough. I can take it. Make it do less damage. Take it to my hill. Give it an extra smite for good measure. Tears through the shield. Hits for 20 damage a hit. And, alright, it ran away. The extra smite helped. They run a good distance away. If there's a stealth one nearby, they definitely would have grabbed it. It looks like it's maybe a 1 in 3 chance for the ring to drop from the ones that are even supposed to drop it. They're all orange, except this one. I can fight this one. Come back to my hill. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. can only take roughly 17 steps before the leashing will begin to be a problem. The amount of steps will vary depending on your character, race, and gender. I'm sorry, body shape. That's right, the character selection screen doesn't call it gender anymore, it calls it body shape now. Used to be like big, simple mice, but it feels like recently they've gotten slippery. Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to find a good functioning mouse anymore. But I gotta pull this one back to the mountain. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a problem. Yeah, you get the smites. You get all the smites. Alright, let Spirit Tap do his work. Alright. Take care of the problem. Alright. It's taking too long. Come on. Okay. Don't fall off the mountain. Just grab the feather. Okay. Alright. Back in business. Back in business. My mana's a little bit bad. Let's drink some bad water. I've out-leveled this water now. My maximum mana is well beyond what this recovers. But mostly just the act of drinking water is taking time to recover mana through spirit. So even bad water can be good in the hands of a priest. Mages, on the other hand, just make their own water. Which, like, that could be a euphemism. And warlocks drink their own blood with life tap. Their health is water. Shamans, paladins, druids, hunters, they all still have to drink water. They're more likely to be in a situation similar to that of priests, though, where their spirit will carry them through. I don't need to fight this one. Why am I fighting this one? Once again, I've just gone over and fought a harpy that looks vaguely like the ones I need to actually kill. Oh, well, I dropped a lot of copper, so that's nice. Nice and safe. Until the one on this particular hill respawns again. Nice and safe. How many more of these do I even need? 2. Alright, that's not awful. Progress is steady. The game was a little bit forgiving with the range of my spell. They moved slightly out of the range of my smite right after I got the smite off, so I was unable to chain it into a new smite immediately. go ring. So my armor continues to deteriorate to the point where it's broken. Run back to my hill. I wonder what that stealth one is. It's a higher level one, so I have to put a little bit more effort into actually killing it. But we got a ring from it, so it was worth the effort. Yeah, this is pretty dangerous. But I'm making it look like it's nice and easy and safe because I'm a priest. There's gotta be a stealth one out here somewhere. Thorns were off. Okay, that druid buff was helping me out. It's not anymore. Alright, I can't take you all the way back to the hill. We're just gonna fight you in the field. Bolters looked into the oven. It's soup! Yeah, soup! Actually, if we go to Ragefire Chasm, we'll see plenty of soup. I look forward to it. Hey, Jade. Oh, no, I need to actually... Please let this be the last one. No. The slaughtering must continue. Alright, doesn't seem like I'm fighting a rogue here. Maybe one just hasn't patrolled to me yet. But rogues move around pretty quickly. In these areas. Alright, this one's tough. So it gets more smites. Tore through my shield, so that's when I start wanding. Don't you dare! Alright, that's the one we're fighting next. Should be able to get one more off. There we go. Oh, come on. Still nothing? Okay, what flowers we got here? Firethorn and Earthroot. I can probably pick the Earthroot. That would be nice. Firethorn's still above my pay grade. Just pull that right out of the ground. My fortitude's about to fall off. I'll fight one more mob and then I'll refresh. Okay. Still not enough. My armor is very, very broken. I don't like fighting orange difficulty mobs, but I can do it. I'm durable, I'm built like a tank. I said I was going to refresh my buffs, I didn't. I just wanted this to be over. Oh, I didn't wait for my armor to regenerate anything. I'm in a pickle. Okay, my fortitude fell off, so my maximum health went way down. Okay. Please let that be it. No, it's not that easy, is it? Those aren't the type I need. So I was gonna buff fortitude. The reason I don't like doing that is because, it's a lot of mana, and I'm worried about creatures respawning. I feel like this is a bad location for me to try and buff. If I'm sitting down when an enemy hits me, their first attack is guaranteed to be a crit. Which is another reason I don't like drinking in the middle of the field. Okay, there's another priest here. They're going after the same mobs. They're using the same plan as I see. Resist, resist. Now I'm looking bad right next to the other priest. As this happens. You kidding me? There, final ring. Looks like they have a stronger wand. Or maybe a weaker wand. They get their final hit for their kill. Alright, let's get out of here. I haven't seen the body of a dead player in a while, but people are dying. The death log is populating. Not gonna run right at an enemy. How's my bags looking? Okay, the ring goes up with the quest items. This is not a plant. Is that more? Okay, that's Mage Royal. I think I can pick that now. No, it's still beyond me. That's a shame. What else could I do while I'm in the area? I got up and got the stronger raptors. No, I don't think I will. Salmon flanges. Oh, I guess I could get prowlers. I can fight kitties. Salmon flange might be a little bit dangerous for us right now. I know that's one of the quests that can get you killed. It spawns a lot of enemies on you in an area that's already pretty dense with enemies. It's not a cave, but it sure feels like one. Okay, flower. It's not the flower I want, but it's the flower I need right now. I just need skill. So are you, Jade. How are you doing? Like, I heard your monitor pooped out. What are you doing to keep yourself entertained while you're without access to computer usage? It's here. You can drop a bracer. Let's fight the thing voltage. How about I help this person? They're fighting a rare. That might have been the end of that person's run if a random wandering priest didn't just come along and save their life. They probably had it. They didn't need me. They didn't ask for help. They didn't need me. But, like, it still looked very dire for them, and I'm glad I was there to help. You were watching some Disneyland streamer earlier, and now you just switched to me. Oh! Is Disneyland doing a special event, or was it, like, fireworks or something? Yeah, I know you like watching Disneyland streamers. It's nice to, like, if you're unable to go on a vacation, you can experience the vacation secondhand through someone else. Probably someone who, like, lives in the area can get there really cheap and reliably. I'm here, let's turn the head.
Blood and thunder. What do
Said
you
the head.
need?
The dervish.
Strength.
That one's at the oasis I need to go and plant the seeds for. I definitely need to repair my armor. These pants are better than mine, but I can't wear them yet because I'm not high enough level. That's a higher level priest than me. They probably got better fortitude buff than I do. That's probably a duo. They'll be fine. It's a shaman and a hunter. Yeah, good for him. Good on him. Parade. They were leaving the park after the end of the stream, and apparently it's really hot. I see, yeah. Isn't it always hot in California, unless you get a nice sea breeze? Or not sea breeze, ocean breeze. Logistics. They dragged it back to town so they could get the guards' help. I see. I've done that before. Maybe they're not a duo. Maybe they are. I think they were. Yeah, the hunter killed the thing and then the shaman was able to loot it. They're a duo. What can I turn in while I'm here? Oh right, the harpy thing.
Blood and thunder.
There you go.
Farewell.
Only 3 bubbles away from leveling now. So that's nice. I could buy another bag.
What are you looking for?
Let's see. Get rid of all this nonsense. Ooh, I got some wool cloth. That's different. I did just sell the pants that were better than my pants. Even these pants are better than my pants. Yeah, let's keep that as a treat for myself in a little bit. Ooh, I have plenty of cloth. Hold on. We can make some money right now. Southern California is usually warm. Northern California is along the coast is usually cooler. Oh, I see. Might be a closer to the equator kind of thing. It sure is first aid. I have nothing else to do with my cloth though, so like. I don't often bandage. I could theoretically fear and then bandage. In fact, I'm gonna put them next to each other, so I think of doing that.
May your blades never dull.
Let's see, did I build excess? I built one excess. Okay.
Strength.
And I need to repair my gear.
Greetings.
There you go, you repair. 2 silver to fix it. Okay, let's see. I could buy a spirit cape that I can't use until level 18. I might get something better before then. Yeah, I just can't use your stuff.
Talk to
Am I able to afford a bag? I have 72 silver. I could buy myself an 8-slot bag. I think I will.
Stay away from them.
There we go. I finally have 4 bag slots. Look at all that space. Yeah, they're a duo. They're hearthing together. I like to see it. How's my quest log looking? Very full. Oh, I can turn in Mancrick's thing, though. Sorry, Mancrick. Your wife is dead. There was nothing I could do.
Strength and honor. For the Horde.
I cannot help you with your revenge yet.
Samsung.
A lot of people playing Horde today. I'm happy to see it. I'm very close to leveling. They have a better fortitude buff than what I can do. That's fine. Alright, so there's my 5 points of shadow. I got Spirit Tap. This is a very important talent for leveling for a priest. Next up, I'm going to be going to Discipline. And I'm probably going to be hitting Discipline pretty hard from here on out. There's a traveling merchant. Let's see if we have anything good today.
Potential customer!
You sell stuff that's good for a melee class. Not me.
Hurry back!
That's fine. Like, theoretically, the stuff on the clothier was good for me. It's just, it was expensive and above my level. That's okay, though. I bought a bag. Bags are good. The guy's flying over to the Ratchet. Good for you. I could have flown to the Ratchet, but, I still can't pick up the Briarthorn, can I? No. I need to kill Prowlers, and I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of them inside these, patches of grass nearby these trees over here. So that's what I'm heading for. These are not the raptors I need to kill. Not anymore. I refresh the buffs. Here we go. I'm sorry, kitties. But one very angry orc lady wants me to get your paws. Oh, that's a hyena. How about you just leave me alone for a little bit? Okay, never mind. You resisted. You said no. Very good, then. We shall do battle. This was your decision. Not mine. You're doing a fair job of besting me. I'm right next to a cat. You resisted my spell. I have plenty of healing potions, just drink it. As you can see, I'm very quickly out-leveling the healing potions I'm able to make. But I have an abundance of them, so it does not bother me to have them. Alright, let's drink a water. As long as I still am using this water, let's, there we go. The gazelle, I do not need to worry about. Okay, hyenas. Ready to go back on the attack. emergency spell failed me that time. Just like everything else, it can be resisted. Ooh, shoes. Ah, they're male. Darn, I could have really used a new pair of shoes. It looks like one extra smite's too much mana. They attack very fast. Yeah, trying to cast against these would be a problem if I didn't have Power Word Shield or a wand. Yeah! Leveled up. Wand spec. Now my wand will do 5% more damage. One extra smite. Just because I'm at full mana. Okay. Getting pretty good drop rate on these claws here. Because these enemies attack so fast, the touch of weakness debuff is actually pretty good. Because it shaves 2 damage off of every single one of their attacks. It's not so good against an enemy that's using a two-hander. Or using magic. The small furry paw is different from the power claw because it is used for the Darkmoon Fair. It's only used to get Darkmoon Fair reputation, so it's not super valuable for me. Almost done. Plenty of cats everywhere. They're not so close I have to fight 2 of them at a time. They're not so far that I have to really go hunting for them. If you just know where to look, they're right there. And cats like to hide in these low bushes. Which low bushes also tend to be nearby the trees. Cats like shade. They like to rest in the shade. Was that the last one I needed? Yes. Okay. Done killing cats. I don't really need to go to Ratchet. I'm right next to Ratchet, so I was like, oh yeah, I should pop out over there. But why? Can I wear the pants now? I can! I'm still wearing bad pants, but you know what? They're pants. It's better than not wearing pants. Okay, it sounds like Zera's getting ready for Monster Hunter. It sounds like Zera's getting ready for Monster Hunter. I do normally have Monster Hunter scheduled for Tuesday, so I'm going to be getting myself set up for that. Not a very long stream of Warcraft, but you know what? I still had fun doing it. We got to go to Thunder Bluff, we got to pick up some more quests, we got to get a bunch of kitties slain. Like, maybe not so much that part. I got to fight a lot of harpies. Upgrade my bag. Learn new spells. Haven't really needed to use them yet, but, like, they're there. I'll need them eventually. Skilled up alchemy a little bit. And we reported a dead woman. Which, that didn't feel so good, but, like, you know... things happen that are beyond our control. Alright, so this is the Goblin Inn. The music inside here is, nice. Let's see, they have some nice bedrolls and stuff for you to go for. A very small centaur skin rug. I hate them. We have a couple of, what is this? Long, not very well cooked bread. A couple of bags of grain and such. A couple of tables. Right within earshot of beds for people to, like, sleep in. The beds are just kind of thrown together. Like, people sure do pay to sleep here, I guess. And for people who just want to come in and get a drink, right at the very beginning, there's just lots of places for you to just sit down and have a drink. Including functioning chairs. Alright. I'm going to be getting myself set up to start to do Monster Hunter now. I hope that you have enjoyed the stream. And if you're watching on YouTube, I hope that you've enjoyed what little progress I've made today. Next time, more Barrens. Maybe Ragefire Chasm even. Later, everyone. See you in a couple of minutes. I'm going to reset my computer and such.